Anthony, I'm on, brother, if you can hear me. Uh, Soccer Central is starting somebody that's not on the roster. Last name is Curry. If you guys have any idea who that is and what his number might be.
It's almost time for kickoff as Trident FC takes on Soccer Central in the first round of the men's group stage. TST rules are as follows. The teams will play two 18-minute halves, followed by target score time at the end of the second half. We'll set a target score by adding one to the leading team's goal count. The first team to reach that target score wins the match. During target score time, a player will be removed from each team every 3 minutes. And now, fans, it's time to meet today's starting lineups. First, for Trident FC. Defender, number 2, Zach Blythe. Defender, number 14, Isaiah Schaefer. Midfielder, number 13, Kevin Barajas. Midfielder, number 30, Andrew Carleton. Midfielder, number 10, Noe Favila.
Good morning, everyone, from Cary, North Carolina. We welcome you to our continuing coverage of TST 7v7, the soccer tournament. And we have a morning game here for you in men's Group L that matches Trident FC against Soccer Central. Trident FC representing the Atlanta metropolitan area, and a bunch of dudes that went to Washington and Lee University. We'll tell you about their story as the game unfolds. And then Soccer Central out of Watsonville, California, an indoor soccer outfit, and they are here to compete for this $1 million first prize. There are 48 men's teams that will be broken into groups of 4, and as I mentioned, this is a men's L group game. When all is said and done, we'll move to the knockout round of 32 and eventually play for a championship coming up next Monday. Weather always a concern. We've had torrential downpours here in Cary over the past several days, but the pitch is in great shape. Natural grass surface, and they're beautiful here if you're familiar with the Wake Med Soccer Complex here in Cary, North Carolina. The weather, though, is a little bit shaky. We start here in Cary today with a temperature at 74 degrees and overcast conditions. In TST, we play 18-minute halves. There's 2 of them. And then at the end of the second half, a target score is established, and we will then declare the winner by which team can first approach that target score. So let's say it's 2-1 at the end of regulation time. The target score would be set at 3, and the first team to get 3 goals will be the winner. And as we move through the target score, and we'll talk more about this when we get there, we take a player off the field in 3-minute increments. So it goes to 6-on-6, 5-on-5, etc. And a lot of matches last year ended 3v3. With this field, of the short field, it really opens up the game completely, and target score time is incredibly exciting. So we're excited for that. And these two teams just got here about 10 minutes ago. A quick warm-up, and off we go. Trident FC is in the green jerseys with the orange numerals and the black pants. And Soccer Central is in the white kits with the black pants. And we'll see which way they decide to start here and who wins the toss to get this game and match underway. This is a amazing complex. 7 fields are utilized here at TST. Fans already making their way in to watch this opening session of 7v7. And what's ahead, who knows? We have 3 different divisions playing for $1 million. I don't know how you could come up with a favorite. These games are so competitive and so close. Anything can happen. But we have a men's division, a women's division, and then for the first time at TST, we have a mixed division. So all of that will unfold over the next several days. It's just soccer heaven. This is sort of the Coachella of soccer. There are food trucks in the back. There are all kinds of displays. It is so fan-friendly, and the soccer has been fantastic. So here we are ready for this opening game, and we will see just what is going to transpire here. As I mentioned, the teams were very late in arriving, and so we have moved past our scheduled 8:30 Eastern Time start. And the clock that I'm looking at, the scoreboard says zeros for the time, so they haven't even set up the first half time yet. But it looks like we're getting ready for some action here. Our referee, Alexis De Silva, is moving toward midfield with our Voight soccer ball, and we are ready, it appears, for some action in game number 1. Trident FC and Soccer Central will play out of a 2-3-1 formation. This is the 3rd consecutive TST for Trident. They get their moniker from the alumni of Washington and Lee, the Generals, up in Lexington, Virginia. And several of these players have attachments to Washington and Lee, and they run the team, so they pick the name, and it's Trident FC. Soccer Central coming out of Watsonville, California. And as I mentioned, they're in the white kits, and Trident is in the green. So it looks like Soccer Central has won the coin flip to start the game. And the whistle sounds. We are underway. In goal for Soccer Central is Brian Orozco. And he gets things started up the sideline. This is Brian Gutierrez, number 6, handling it at midfield. This is Rojo. And Gutierrez sends it wide. Trident will have its first possession. Marius Heislitz is in goal today for Trident. Entering the 2nd minute of this 18-minute first half. Trident is expected to do well. They return 13 of their 20 players who participated in TST last season. And they made it all the way to the round of 16 before losing. For the rules of TST, we have no offsides, no throw-ins. What we want is offense. and ball movement, player movement, and a lot of fun into the box. And this is going to be played back to Arazo. So these games move right along. There's not a lot of downtime. Subs freely. Teams generally come to TST with around 20 total on the roster. A couple of goalkeepers. And again, everybody trying to get the lay of the land here as I say, these are obviously professional players, and a lot for Soccer Central have worked in the indoor league. But a little feeling out process here in the early moments. Now Trident on the attack. Zavi O'Neal is number 80, the green kit, into the box. And the whistle. Looks like we had a handball. Emmanuel Aguirre with it for Soccer Central, number 21. And now he's going to come off in favor of Rock Casanova. He's come on. He wears number 8. Juan Rojo. Keepers in 7v7, as you know, counted on to make plays. And Rojo sends one deep toward the top of the box, headed toward midfield. Heislitz will roll it out. Here comes Trident. Counting up to 18 minutes in the first half. An opportunity in front and just wide. Defended very well by Soccer Central's Davalos, number 19. First real scoring opportunity we've had so far this morning. Trident is an Atlanta-based squad, and they have pledged a portion of their winnings if they get the $1 million. Go to the Ron Clark Academy, which is an interesting school in Atlanta and has done so much in the community. It's a middle school, 4th to 8th grade. Heislitz. Charlie Asensio. And out to Soccer Central. Again, this is the first game of the Group L. Seven v 7 games usually last around an hour. Casanova. This is Castro on the wing, Angel Castro. As we get to the target score, a couple of rules changes we'll talk about when we get there. You won't see this. You've got 15 seconds in target score time to get the ball over midfield. And if it goes back over the line, you can't play it back to the keeper. It is a backfield violation. So a block on the keeper's attempt by Rojo. Now here comes Trident. This one is going to hit the post. An awesome chance right there by Nunez. But Soccer Central had luck on its side right there. Substitutions. Clock shows 7:27, counting up to 18. A free kick coming here for Soccer Central. And this one sails wide. Soccer Central, not much on goal so far. Trident's had a couple of opportunities right at the post. Kevin Barajas, number 13 for Trident. Beautiful defensive play by Ochoa. And a sprawling save that just sailed wide. Heislitz all over it, but the shot was wide. Soccer Central putting a little bit of pressure now on Trident to get the game's first goal. Headed, Soccer Central with it. Ochoa, and out. Lights are on here at the WakeMed Soccer Complex. Overcast skies, and it's breezy. Opportunity for Trident. That time it was number 11, Michael Parker, player coach at Washington and Lee. Aguirre playing it back to Rojo. Shots are 2-0 Trident. Again, the keeper very much involved in the playmaking here. Soccer Central. Left foot, that's a goal! And a beauty by Emmanuel Aguirre. And Soccer Central, on its first shot on goal, has the match's first goal, 1-0. A beautiful goal by Aguirre. So 1-0 as we approach minute 11 of the first half, and a whistle. Let's see who is down for Trident here. A slight limp, but ready to go. Ryan Futagaki was the player who went down, headed, and Soccer Central comes away with Vittori. And another blast, and it's 2-0. Soccer Central getting the work done here. Angel Castro makes it 2-0. Angel Rodrigo credited with the goal. And now Soccer Central with Ariza. The assist went to Vittori. Skilton on the wing. Now Casanova. Two nothing. And defended back to Heislitz. So two early opportunities for Trident FC came up empty. Soccer Central getting the first two goals on blasts from above the box, and they have a 2-0 advantage. Lots of subs here early, and a muggy morning here in North Carolina. Aguirre rolls it back. Soccer Central in control. 18-minute first half coming to an end. Pressure by Ruiz of Trident. A little danger in the box here. Some pressure by Soccer Central. Out to midfield. Soccer Central takes it over. This match this morning is a rematch of last year's round 32 tilt. Trident FC winning 2-1 over Soccer Central before they lost in the round of 16. Soccer Central playing in its third straight TST, and they made the knockout round the first two. So this is an excellent matchup here to get group play underway in Group L. A minute 20 remaining in our first half, and Trident looking for the match's initial goal for their side. Good battle just outside the box. Two players going down. Blocked. Tapped in from the corner by Nunez. ACC heritage for Nunez, played at Clemson. Pressure relieved, and now from midfield, Soccer Central will sub in. Looks like they sub in 4, as we have just 20 seconds remaining in this first half. Rosales loses it over the line. 7 seconds. Rosales denied, and we've hit the 18-minute mark. We do not know about extra time. That's all determined on the field. They put the halftime clock up, but play continues. Now a whistle. I think they've gotten the referee's attention, and we have come to halftime with our score: Soccer Central 2 and Trident FC 0. Welcome back to TST 2026 and our first game of the day here on Field 1, a men's L group game between Trident FC and Soccer Central. And to my friends at Soccer Central, if you're listening back in California, my sincere apologies. The roster numbers that we were given are completely different from the ones that are being worn by the team this morning. We'll do the best we can, but I just wanted to let you know that. And the goals again were Emmanuel Aguirre and Angel Rodrigo to make it 2-0 as we begin our second half. Once again, Trident FC is in the green kits with the black shorts, and Soccer Central in the white kits with the black shorts, and they lead it 2-0. Again, this is a spirited match because these clubs were able to meet last year in TST. Soccer Central's had success here in the tournament. This shot is wide from the left flank. Soccer Central in a third straight TST. They made the quarterfinals in 2024. And we mentioned this in the first half. If you're just joining us, the club is really built through the indoor game. Soccer Central is an indoor soccer facility that the program organizers operate in Watsonville, California. So we welcome them cross country to play in TST here in Cary. And they have performed very well here this morning. Not exactly sure when they arrived, but if they're still on a Pacific time body clock, they're doing very well because it's a little after 6 in the morning out west. So for Trident, Stidler in goal. And this one going wide. And out at the end. Again, 18-minute halves, and we will have the target score established. And right now that target score would be 3. So Trident is desperate to get on the board. It's group play. You can recover from an early defeat. But keep in mind the margin, one of the tiebreakers, and we'll get into as we get a little bit deeper into group play and we see who is looking to survive. And right now, Soccer Central putting more heat on, and beautiful defensive play for Trident. Lakawicki, Max coming over to make the play and prevent a third goal. Sliding defensive play, outstanding. Blocked in the box by Eric Holman. Trident with Chris Davis, and this one goes high and out. Again, playing up to 18. The shots right now, I'm told, 5-3 in favor of Soccer Central. Right through the wicket. Referee De Silva. O'Neal just outside. Headed and cleared. Nope, a faulty clear by Soccer Central. Beautiful save by Soccer Central. Wow, what a tremendous play to keep Trident off the board. Brian Orozco, save of the match so far. Trident at the opposite end of the field from where we're broadcasting from. Off the post, and a desperate try by Riccio, John Riccio Jr., wears number 96 for Trident. A little under 13 minutes left in our second half before we get to the target score. Trident trying to cut the Soccer Central lead in half. Soccer Central coming pretty hard, and beautiful defense. And a foul. Kind of a late whistle, and play continued. Everybody good. Now the handshake rejected. Our Marcelo Fattori is wearing the number that was given to us, number 14. A Brazilian 7v7 national team veteran. Save. Styler, outstanding work in goal here for Trident to keep it a 2-0 game. A little under 11 minutes left in the second half. Getting a little feisty. We've come down. Trident is been blank so far. Number 7, Bushu, trying to make something happen. But again, Trident getting organized, playing it back to Styler. Soccer Central, though, they have been on their game early on. Dos Santos whistled. But once Soccer Central, it seemed, once they got that first goal, they really picked up the intensity. And as I mentioned, these guys did not arrive at the pitch here until 10 minutes before the match started. So I was a little curious to see how they would respond with not a great deal of warm-up time. Not that you would take a ton to begin with, but it was like, jog a little bit, stretch, and let's go. Welcome to TST. Halfway through our second half, and then we establish the target score. Still overcast conditions here, 74 degrees in Cary. Slight breeze, but very pleasant. If the clouds give way to the sun with this humidity later in the day, it's going to be a scorcher. But the forecast calls for cloudy conditions during the day, and that I'm sure the players are thankful for. I know the broadcasters are. Headed, but that time handled by Orozco in goal. Fires it to midfield. And another whistle. As I mentioned, things are getting a little chippy as Trident is really up against it, because as it stands now, Trident would have to score 3 times in the target score to win the match. And they've had precious few opportunities in the 2 halves of play. So the free kick goes high and wide, and it'll be Trident on the attack. Ramius Styler is the goaltender right now for Trident. Pressure by Soccer Central. And this one into the stands. And Styler had to hustle to get back to that ball. If Soccer Central scores again, you would just think the way the game is being played, this would be, oh, a nice save. with the right hand for Styler. We were just saying that if it gets to be 3-0, can't imagine Trident being able to mount a 4-goal extra time, or not extra time, but target score time comeback. But you do see some crazy things in TST. Tried to bicycle one was Rosales. And he looked like he was kind of thrown down there right in front of the goal. Soccer Central plays it from the corner, and this one is a goal for Soccer Central. Boy, that was a beautiful goal. And Brian Mendoza, who knows a thing or two about scoring goals, the leading scorer for Soccer Central, and he makes it 3-0 Soccer Central. So Trident really up against it now. Approaching 5 minutes remaining in the second half. Can Trident get on the board and at least give themselves a chance in target score time? Soccer Central tries one from midfield. Eric Holman, number 22. Back to goalkeeper Ramius Styler. Turnover. Trident gets it back. They really haven't been able to penetrate the box very often. By dribble or by pass. Coleman Gannon blocked. Headed. Blocked again. Soccer Central with a very impressive performance here in this morning game. Aguirre, who scored the first goal of the match for Soccer Central. This is he at the top of the box. Soccer Central playing it back. More than happy to use the entire field to work that clock. We've got about 3.5 minutes left in the second half, playing up to 18. And then the target score will be set, and the way it's looking, that target score is going to be set at 4. So Soccer Central would just need one more at target score time to advance. And Trident would have to have one of the most unbelievable rallies in the short history of TST. Long range, and trying to head one in for Trident was Torres, and never really got that header away. A rare opportunity in the box, but Soccer Central just says no, slams the door, and here they come. And it's 4-0. A blast. And that was Roberto Zorda. Roberto Carlos Zorda makes it 4-0 Soccer Central. A minute and a half remaining in the second half. Soccer Central just impressively with this beatdown of Trident. So they get their revenge. Knocked in again, 5-0. Julian Castaneda. Angel Castro credited with the goal. 5-0. Just 45 seconds. And Soccer Central, of course, has to get one more to call it a morning. And we can all go get some coffee. Over the bar. And that one was kicked into the main grandstand at the opposite end of the field from where we are. A little frustration shown by Trident. And that is going to do it for regulation. So we'll step aside for just a moment and reveal that our target score is established at 6. One more goal for Soccer Central will end it. And Trident, of course, wants to avoid the shutout. Target score coming up. Okay, we are back here ready for target score time in our first game. Just to remind everybody, the Soccer Central is the first of two today. They will play at 5:15 against Freedom United SC, and Trident will look to regroup. They play the Drunken Monkeys next at 6:45 tonight here in Cary. We get to the target score, and again, these segments of target score played in 3-minute increments until we have the Golden Fleece goal. And that is a couple of new rules because we saw a lot of stalling, quite frankly, last year in the tournament when we got to target score time. So to alleviate that, you are no longer allowed after 15 seconds to play the ball back into the backfield. So you must be on the attack, basically. And if we do not have a goal, then we will reduce by one player on each side every 3 minutes. So we go 6v6, then 5v5, etc., until we get that target score. Now, for Soccer Central, of course, they just need one to wrap things up here this morning, where Trident has got to do something they haven't been able to do all morning, and that's put one in the net. They've had precious few chances. In fact, as I'm looking at the stats here for the match, 9 shots, but none on goal for Trident. It's been that kind of a day. A beautifully played game by Soccer Central, and they control as we start the target score. Well, it has been a rough morning for the men of Todd Mordecai and Trident. But they would like to get one, get a little momentum that they can carry into their evening match here in Group L. Alexis De Silva is our match referee. And the foul gives Trident a free kick here. And not only does Soccer Central come up with the block, here they come. For Trident, Kevin Barajas in the middle. And again, we're at 90 seconds in to our first increment in target score. 7v7 at the moment. It'll be reduced to 6v6 in a minute and 19. One of the few opportunities here for Trident getting it into the box, but nothing came of it. Soccer Central has been able to put enormous pressure offensively on Trident with their booming shots, and they've been impressive. And the save made by Orozco. He's been tremendous in goal. What few opportunities Trident has had, Orozco has been a stone wall back there. Outstanding. So just 10 seconds left in this first 3-minute segment of target score time. Soccer Central trying to end it, this time down, tapped wide. Trident on the breakout as we come to the end of this first segment. Still 7v7 at the moment. Now we have a stoppage. And we see two players go off, and it becomes 6v6. So put another 3 minutes on the board. And Soccer Central tried to end it here. We haven't seen the backfield new rule come into play quite yet. If it's knocked into the backfield by the opposition, you can go get it. You cannot play it backwards, and now a whistle. And foul coming here against Soccer Central. But if it's of your own doing, that's not allowed. There's no, it just goes over to the other team. There's no penalty per se. It is just you relinquish possession of the ball. Again, this is unique to TST. We want action, and we've seen plenty of it from Soccer Central here this morning. Chest save, and this actually goes off Soccer Central's Rojo. Another wonderful piece of goalkeeping by Brian Orozco. Counting down these 3-minute increments of target score time. 1:25 on the clock. 5-0 Soccer Central. Plenty of soccer action here the next 6 days. It is like nothing you've ever seen. If you're in the Triangle area, come on by, get your tickets, and enjoy this with us. It's a 3-ring soccer circus. And the goaltender, Styler, trying to, that is Heislitz back in for target score time, and he tried one just near midfield. Anything to get a goal for Trident. This is 6v6 right now. Soccer Central in control. 30 seconds to play. Then we go to 5v5 if no goal is scored. Opportunity. And a save made by Heislitz. Soccer Central from the corner here. So 3 minutes have expired, and now we go to 5v5. One player from each side goes off as that field gets a little wider and a little easier to maneuver. Coming up, Orozco to play it here. And Soccer Central with a 5-0 lead. Looking for that one chance to knock one in to end it here and reach the target score of 6. And they may get the opportunity right here, but the save made by Heislitz, and here comes Trident. Knocking it down easily, Orozco. 2 minutes left and change in this next segment of target score time. And there is our first backfield violation. You got 15 seconds to get it over. So Trident trying to solve the scoring problem. And again, another wonderful save, a diving save to his left side by Orozco. So goalie v. goalie on that shot attempt. I don't see that very often. But that's what makes TST so great. Trident desperately trying to get on the board here. Well, the goalie's up. If Soccer Central comes up with it, it really will be over. Styler retreats. We've got a man down here for Soccer Central. You can see how crazy it gets in target score time. Everybody's up trying to apply the pressure, get a goal, and nobody back home at the other end. Again, 15 seconds to get it over. Now it's over, and Soccer Central with the pressure. Again, the goalie playing it here, Orozco. Just love this pressure of 5v5. And we've got that time coming up. And this is knocked away beautifully. 1v1 at the top of the box. And this one's going to be booted toward Raleigh. And we have reached another segment. So we move to 4v4. So you got Brian Orozco in goal. He's hugging the post on the right side. And three men in front of him, his teammates, trying to deny Trident here on this free kick. And again, a wonderful save by Brian Orozco. He has been a magician back there, and the times that he's been tested, not that Trident's had a ton of opportunities, but Brian has been there every time they've needed him, especially when it was a 2-0 game in that first half. Trident had 2 early opportunities, snuffed out at the post each time, and once Soccer Central got those first 2 goals, they put their hand on the scale. It's been their match ever since. Denied. 4v4 at the moment. Orozco gets it over in plenty of time. Trying to find an opening. Just a little crack in that defense for Trident here. A lot of ground to cover. Going left to right. Back again. Trying to shift that defense. Now into the box from the top, and a tremendous save then on the rebound. Soccer Central gets the Golden Fleece goal. And Soccer Central moves on the final of 6-0. Roberto Carlos Zordo with the winning goal in target score time, and Soccer Central moves on with an impressive 6-0 victory, and the Golden Fleece has been awarded. The city of Cary embracing TST one more time. And that will do it for this one. Final score is Soccer Central 6 and Trident 0. So long for now. Thanks, everybody. Talk to you in a little bit.